Also, the next thing that we do to let Casey know where the second half is I'll go ahead and put my apron on. Not making too big of a mess tonight, but still. If you are watching this later on YouTube, and if you want to see just the second half. So if you feel like you missed something in the second half, if we're ever cooking or anything like that, and you just want to go back and see that part, you'll know where it starts, because it starts when the apron goes on. So, okay. So everybody get your water. Let's go ahead and start the second half. Okay. So again, I'm going to make y'all show your hands, do a show of hands again. So who feels like you have been in some kind of a food rut this year? So, and I hate to call it post-pandemic because it's still not done. I don't know if it's ever going to be done or not, but anyway, we're just going to call it post-2020. So in 2021, we're January through June now. We're mid-June now. Who feels like you have been in some kind of a food rut? Okay, so Sandra does. Tell me what you're talking about, Sandra. Why do you feel like you've been in a food rut? And Lynn does. Betty does. So what's going on that y'all feel like you're in a food rut? And Marianne and Sherry. So I'm not alone, which is awesome and excellent news. And Sherry. So and another Sherry and Tay. So tell me what you mean. What do you mean by you feel like you're in a food rut? Is it just because you're eating the same things over and over and over again? And Connie says she is. And Jean says she is. So are you just eating the same things over again? Are you getting bored with the food? Betty Ann can't get back on track. I know. I hear you. I'm right with you. Connie says she's making the same things for dinner. She keeps making the same things over and over again. Tag says she's just unimaginative. So what I want to know is that new? So if you're just unimaginative right now, is that a new thing, or has that happened recently? And Lynn says she's ordering groceries and seems to order the same things every time. So Lynn, is ordering groceries, did that start with the pandemic? Jean says she's eating the same things. Connie says she's having trouble coming up with simple lunch ideas. Sherry's eating the same things. Sherry, that's funny because Sherry with a Y and Sherry with an I are like answering back to back. It's like they're sitting there together or something. I'm pretty sure they're not. And Tag says she switched to purple to change it up. That's a great idea. Okay, so Lynn says yes, the food ordering is new. So that was new since the pandemic. So that is a new thing. So we've got to get her out of this ordering the same thing every time. And hold on a second. Irma says she can't seem to lose weight. She's gained back 10 pounds the last year. Yeah, I know a lot of us have. Deborah needs new breakfast ideas because she's bored with breakfast. Trish is just tired of cooking. Thank you, Trish. Thank you for being so honest. Okay, so that's one of the things I wanted to hear. A lot of you all have been trapped at home, or you have family members that you're not used to having at home. And Jean is being just brutally honest. She's tired of cooking. She just doesn't feel like it. A lot of us have family members who are not normally at home, kids that are not normally at home, trapped in your houses. I mean, some of you all were in states where you were literally trapped in your houses, forever. Some of you are still not quite open back up yet, and you're bored. You're bored with what you've been eating. You're limited on what you can get. I don't know about you all, but having the groceries pulled for you, we've been doing that. We've done that some. I find that if I do the grocery service where I let them pull it for me, then I only order the same things, because if I order something different, I don't trust them to pull the correct thing. Like they don't know, these kids don't know what a kumquat is. Not that I'm ordering kumquats, but they don't know the difference between an organic banana and a regular banana. They don't know. When we heard a story of somebody who had put a pound of green beans, or maybe it was 2 pounds of green beans, on their instant cart. And the poor little person came out and they had like 2 green beans in a bag because it said what they ordered was 2. These kids don't know. So first, somebody go educate these kids on what some of these things are. But I don't know if you're like me. And when I do that, I'm ordering the same things over and over and over and over again because I don't trust what's going to come out or the substitutions that are going to come out. And then Trish says this week she made pre-made different types of meals to put in the freezer when she doesn't feel like cooking. Okay, so Trish, I totally get that. But when I do that, I get bored with that too. I can't tell you how many containers of taco soup or things that I made with rice, or cauliflower rice or whatever, that I end up throwing away because I won't eat it. I won't do it if I have to eat it more than a couple of times, in a row, and I just get bored with it. So here's what I'm doing this week to try and get myself out of a food rut. So instead of making the same thing, because I'll just tell you, I won't eat it. I will not eat it. If I make the same thing like for 3 or 4 or 5 nights, I won't do it unless the same thing is nachos or the same thing is pizza. You know what I mean? So I'm going to make it different. So what we did, this is what we did to start with. So first thing we did, remember when I said earlier in the first half of the chat, I said, let somebody else be the chef. So one of the food trucks that came, and if you were here in Knoxville, it's called Dia Day. And last weekend at our pop-up was only their second weekend. We ended up trying, over the course of the entire day, we ended up trying every single thing that they had. They made and I don't have that, I don't have any of that here, but they made a parfait that was on a plate, first of all. But he had created, it was melon. It was just different kinds of melon. And then he had created a cucumber yogurt to put over the top of it with some grilled pepitas on top. And it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. And I mean, I know Casey was probably tired of me, going, this is great. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, I've had watermelon before. Okay, I've had cantaloupe before. I've had melon before. I've had pepitas before. I've had yogurt before. I've had cucumbers before. But it was so nice to have something different and let somebody else be the chef, for that meal. And it was fantastic. Now, would I get tired of it if I had it every day? Probably. But it was absolutely, just delightful to let somebody else be the chef. What we also did, though, they had another item on their menu that I thought, you know what? I'm going to let them cook. I'm going to let them cook a couple of our meals. They're out there. They're already smoking stuff. I don't know what they do with it if they don't sell it. And I thought, I'm going to let them take care of a few of our meals this week. So the first night we ordered, and it's half of an adobo chicken. And so it's a half a chicken. And they smoked it. I don't know how long they smoked these things, but smelled amazing. And it had adobo sauce on it. So the adobo sauce is only about 1 point per teaspoon. I'm going to show you here in just a second what they made. But we went ahead and ordered a couple of these. So the first one that we ordered, we assembled it just like they had it on their menu. So it was with little street taco shells, the tortilla shells, the chicken, pickled peppers, onions, chimichurri, and seems like I'm missing something else. Even the way they had it made, it was still very light. It was still, pretty light because it just didn't have a lot of heavy cheeses. It didn't have a lot of heavy sauces. It was just really light. So we went ahead and ordered a couple more of these. So I'm going to ask you what this is when I open the box. So what do you think is in the box? What do you think I ordered a couple of extra of? Yeah, already blew the surprise because I couldn't stop talking. Oh, and Tay came up with a good one. She's trying breakfast for dinner and then had a salad for breakfast. That's a great idea. You should count that as your homework. Remind me of that. Okay, so it's a half a chicken. So I know this isn't a chicken breast. So do you remember? Yeah, exactly, Cynthia. I know, I accidentally said it. So you're pretty smart for listening. Good job on listening. So in the first half of the chat, when we were talking about raising your hand, if somebody has ever said this. So if you have ever said, I don't ever get to eat anything. Everybody else gets to eat whatever they want, and I have to eat chicken breast every day, or tuna every day, or a salad every day, or whatever. But everybody else gets to eat whatever they want to. Okay, you can too. You just have to figure this out. So I decided, and then the next one was: have you heard somebody in your family say, "I absolutely cannot eat X, Y, and Z. I can't do it. We've had it every day for the last however many days. Don't feed me that again." And somebody in our last Sunday group said, their husband said, if you feed me something else that has feathers or scales, maybe it was feathers or fins, I don't remember. He was like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go eat somewhere else. So he was so tired of chicken breast and tuna, I'm imagining. And he was like, I'm done. So I did the chef thing. I let somebody else be the chef. So I had them make us, and look how pretty that is. So I had them go ahead and smoke us a couple extras of these. So remember, we used one of them and we did it the way they had it on their menu, and it was fantastic. but I had them smoke me a couple of extras of these. Now, yes, this has some dark meat, but I'm going to mix the breast in with the dark meat. So it will have some points. It's not going to be 0 points because it has it has a leg and a thigh on it too, because it is a half of a chicken. Again, the adobo sauce that they put on here is like 1 point per serving. You can find people. So let me just tell you, the food truck people, I know your city probably has food trucks. I don't care where you live, you probably have a food truck. They were so willing to make things the way we like per our request. I don't know if you know this or not, but most of them are not. They don't bring things already done. Like some of the things are already prepared, but a lot of them are not. So they were more than willing to provide extra halves of chickens smoked. So like night 1, John and I we can have smoked adobo chicken. We can have it with the adobo sauce on it, and then I'll make a side to go with it that will be, Tag said, please don't serve me anything with fins or feathers. Oh, that's what she said. Okay, so was it you I'm talking about? But, so the first night, we can have this with like some green, I know John goes, hey, that's my chicken. So he thinks there's 2 of these in the refrigerator at home, and he's probably going over there to look right now to think, wait, one of my chickens is gone. Because we ate one last night, 1/2 a chicken last night. We left one for Casey, and then we brought 2 of them home. Except one of them's here with me. And yes, John, here is your chicken. So like night 1, we can have this with like some green beans. We can have it, I can make some lighter mashed potatoes, something like that. So that can be night 1. But Kelly, and I'm talking to myself, night 2 doesn't need to be the same thing. Night 3 doesn't need to be the same thing. Night 4 doesn't need to be the same thing. So night 1 is going to be chicken. It's going to be this smoked chicken. I'll let somebody else be the chef. I'll let somebody else decide how it was going to be prepared, what they were going to, do with it, and I'll just tell you, just standing here at the top of it, it smells amazing again. So night 1, we'll probably just have the adobo chicken, again, with like some green beans or some steamed broccoli or something like that, and some mashed potatoes, and it'll be great. We also have another half of a chicken. So I'm going to be pulling the skin off of it and shredding it. And we're going to be making this. So let me get John's chicken right back up here and get it back over here in its cool place so he doesn't get upset with me for having his chicken. But seriously, if you're in Knoxville, D-A-Day, I highly recommend them. Okay, so then for the next night, I'm going to pull the skin off of it and I'm going to shred it. And I'm going to make it not like they did, just because the chimichurri sauce has like, I think it was 2 points. I think chimichurri sauce was 2 points per, and Deborah, I never had adobo chicken either. I don't think. It was fantastic. But so then the second night, okay, I'm sorry, Carol Lou just said something. Carol Lou said, I get a rotisserie chicken from Costco. I've done that before too. I'm telling you, I didn't have to think about it. I walked out our front door here at work and said, I need 4 half chickens smoked, please. And he said, okay. And we only did 1 of them, as they had it. So second night, we're going to shred it. We're going to shred the chicken. So I'll take the skin off. So even though it has adobo sauce on it, I'm going to take the skin off and I'm going to get rid of the skin, so that it'll help, help with the points. But I'm going to shred it. And then the second night, so one of the other things I talked about was trying something new. Okay, so let somebody else be the chef one time. We did that, and it's going to serve us for 2 more, at least 2 more meals. And trying something new. I have never had Trader Joe's spicy Mexican style riced cauliflower. So I'm gonna let somebody else be the chef, and I already did that. And we're gonna try something new. We're gonna try the spicy Mexican style riced cauliflower. And it's riced cauliflower, and it has tomatoes, tricolor bell peppers, and jalapenos in there. It's vegan. I'm going to stick chicken in it, so, it's not really going to matter. But I've never had that, so we're going to try that. But there's not so much of this and so much of the chicken that I'm going to end up with like 8 meals. Because remember, I will get bored of that. So I don't want to put myself right back in another food rut. So then the next night, we're going to have the chicken with this. Then the next night, we're having, so remember, we're still working off of the same chickens that I'll let somebody else cook. And then night 1 is chicken with a couple of low point sides. Night 2 is going to be same chicken, shredded with the spicy Mexican cauliflower, riced cauliflower. Then the last night, I'm going to add some refried beans, because I promise we'll still have some of that left. We're going to add some refried beans, and I'm going to make my own version of street tacos. So I know you all already know this, but Olay Extreme Wellness tortillas, it's 1 point for the whole tortilla. So we can slap some refried beans on there, put some of that riced cauliflower on there, some of the shredded chicken, roll it up, and we will be good to go. Or the Olay Extreme Wellness, these are big enough, even just the regular size, these are big enough that you can take like a biscuit cutter and you can get about 3 good sized biscuits, out of that, for that 1 point, and it makes a little tiny, street taco. So that's what we're doing for the third meal. So I'm planning on getting at least 3 meals out of this, technically 4, but we did it their way the first night. Yeah, but I'm planning on getting 3 more meals out of this, and I think they'll be different enough that I'm not going to get bored. Okay, so that is one idea. Then the next idea, let me put my stuff back in here. So the next idea is, I don't know if you remember this or not, but we started out talking about water. So at the first, as I was talking about, drinking water and trying to get in some more water. So I'm in a major rut about water, because we have been, again, so busy. John is literally probably going to, I don't want to say kill me, because I don't really think he'll kill me, but he's going to start putting a gag order on me or something when I get home at night, because all I can say is, I didn't get everything done today. I did not get everything done today. I'm going to have to go back in at 3 o'clock in the morning because I didn't get everything done today. I can't get everything done. Oh, by the way, I didn't eat lunch. I didn't get anything to drink. I'm dehydrated. My head hurts, blah, 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 blah. So I really think he's probably going to either stop asking me how my day was, or he's just going to gag me, or he's going to put in headphones or something. So I'm still struggling some with lunch, during the day. Because I don't have time. I just don't have time, and I need help. If you live in Knoxville and you're looking for a job, I'm looking for people. But anyway, and remember, Casey's going on maternity leave, so I'm going to lose my best buddy in October, my best helper in October. But one of the things I'm getting tired of is I'm getting so stinking tired of opening a bottle of water, and even though we have a Crystal Springs, we have a spring water machine here, I'm just getting tired of opening a bottle of water and trying to carry it around and trying to drink it. I don't know. I'm tired of carrying it around. So I did get, as something different and something to help encourage me, I did get, and then I don't have, John goes, gag order. I didn't know that was an option. Yeah, good luck. Remember, you have to sleep at some point. But so one thing is, the bottles of water, if you set them down, they're gone, because there are so many people in here that are always like, oh, somebody left a bottle of water, and then it's gone and you don't get to finish it. Plus, I don't like my water freezing cold most of the time, but I do like it a little bit, more cold. And these get sweaty and they get all over your desk and they get on your paperwork and then you still can't get done. So I did remember get the, super cute tumbler. That's what it is. It's a tumbler. Okay. So to help me encourage me to drink. So that's another thing that's going to help me encourage me to drink. But I am so tired, again, of the bottles of water. And y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but when I have customers, if I'm walking around with a bottle of water, I don't know. Oh, and Melinda says she shouldn't have given you that tonight. Yeah, so Melinda has already handed you something you didn't need, John. But I don't know. I forget to drink it because it's just a bottle. It's just a stinking bottle of water, and there's just nothing exciting to it. So this is what I'm going to try this week for something different to kind of shake it up. So I know you're thinking, what do you mean you're in a rut about drinking water? Yeah, I'm in a rut, and I'm also kind of I don't want to say bitter. Bitter is not the right word, but just okay, Deborah says, I do that at work too. I get so busy I forget to drink. Okay, I think my plan is going to make it so I don't forget to drink. So because I'm in kind of a rut about not getting enough to drink. So it's bad enough when I don't get lunch during the day, but you can ask Casey. One of the days during the pop-up market, we were so busy because so we had 3 helpers here, Casey and 2 other people here in the showroom, and all 3 of them, and Tag's exactly right, John, you better sleep with one eye open tonight, Betty. But we were so busy, and it's like I said, I don't know what we're going to do when we actually have people coming, but we were so busy, and of course I was trying to make sure everybody were where they were supposed to be and everything, that I didn't even get anything to drink. I didn't get much to drink at all. Okay, talk about a foul mood and a headache and not feeling good, you know, and whatever. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to make myself keep up with the bottle of water, and everybody knows how much I love my mason jars, so I'm going to use one of the mason jars. First of all, I can see it. I can put more stuff in it, and I'm going to do, you know, we talked last week, or the last 2 weeks, we've talked a little bit about the Everly drink mixes, and this one also has electrolytes in it. So to change it up and to kind of get out of my water rut, you know, and I don't know, I still, the word bitter just keeps coming to mind. And what I mean by bitter is like, oh, I don't even have time to drink a stinking bottle of water. I don't know, maybe I'm being a martyr. But anyway, so what I'm thinking about doing, or not what I'm thinking about doing, what I'm going to do is, instead of just running around with the bottle of water, you know, we talked last week about using the little shaker thing that comes with like a lot of your nutritional things, and Dusty is snoring. I don't know if y'all can hear him or not. But instead, I'm going to put my bottle of water in there. Or we do have, you know, we do have our Crystal Springs spring water dispenser here for cold water. Oh my gosh, can y'all hear him? He is snoring so loud. And then about a teaspoon of the peach mango. And this is the Drink Everly mixes. And in case y'all hadn't been paying, that's not quite a teaspoon. Whoop, maybe too much. In case y'all hadn't been paying attention, you can get these on drinkeverly.com. And if you use the code Kelly15, you get 15% off of your first order. But this, can you hear this? I still have there's still more than half of this in here. And we've been using this for a couple of weeks now. So they do have the 15 to 20 servings in them. And yes, you do hear the doggy, Cynthia. So this may wake him up so he'll quit snoring. But I'm going to do this when I first get here in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and make this. And it also has, so this one has extra electrolytes in it. So it is a hydration mix. And it's 0 smart points. But since it's the hydration mix, I'm hoping, yep, that got him up. Okay, so I'm hoping that's going to give me some extra hydration. So first of all, it's going to be something flavored. So it's not going to be just, I'll try to keep my little mixer ball in there. So it's not going to be just water. So I won't be walking around with just water. I think if I make it, it's going to be more of an incentive to keep up with it, because I'm not going to want somebody else to get my Everly, you know, drink. Okay, so on its own, the peach mango is delicious. But to that, to keep it extra exciting, the girls opened this for the pop-up shop, and so now it is mine. It is Skinny Syrup's Pina Colada. So I'm going to add a couple of pumps of that to it. And for good measure, I think I'm gonna make it like 4 pumps, because this is an awfully big cup. So I've got a teaspoon of Drink Everly. I've got about 16 ounces of water, 3-4 pumps of Skinny Syrup's Pina Colada, and y'all are gonna think I've lost my mind, and frozen tropical fruit. So, you know, I'm not going to leave this thing laying around. I'm definitely going to be keeping up with this. So I've got my big mason jar that I love. I've got my Drink Everly mix in here, and that is peach mango. And then I've got a couple of pumps of Skinny Mix's Pina Colada. And then to that, I'm going to add some this is frozen mango, pineapple, and strawberry. So I'm going to add that, because I know I'm not going to forget about this. So I'm not going to forget to drink this. And maybe if I'm sitting there drinking it, you're okay, buddy. And maybe if I'm sitting there drinking it, people will go, oh, she's busy, we'll leave her alone for just a minute. Ooh, so how fun and fancy is that? And then I'll let the frozen fruit be what continues to keep it cold. But here's my grand plan. So this food rut that I've been in, part of the food rut is not eating lunch. So the water thing is kind of new for me, not drinking the water, but it's also been not drinking lunch. So I also have more of the Premier Protein mixes. So I got some vanilla and I got some peach. So here's my grand plan. My grand plan is to have this consumed so that I have my 16 ounces of water with my Everly drink mix, so that I know for sure that I've gotten in 16 ounces. And when this is empty, so like when the liquid is gone, I'm going to use this fruit in a smoothie, and I'm going to make that, put it back in this cup, put it back in this glass again, and then have a smoothie for my lunch. So as hot as it is outside, I feel really confident. So if we do our scaling system from last week, I'm feeling a 9. I'm feeling a 9.5 on successfully pulling off the water, then the smoothie for lunch with the Premier Protein drink. I'm really feeling good about this, and using the rest of this fruit. So are you all already thinking of some ways, of some things that you could do differently this coming week to kind of get out of that food rut? I hope you are, and I hope you will let me know what they are, and I will. And poor little Dusty, I don't know what he's sad about, but I'm sure you can hear him crying. He's literally just sitting in a chair. He must, oh, the chicken. I didn't even think about that. Let me move this over here. The chicken is right in front of him. That is what he is crying about. But anyway, so I hope you all are getting some great ideas. I hope you got some great ideas, and I hope you will give each other some great ideas. So if you all are in our closed group, if you're in the If You Have an Egg closed group, and if you're not, please ask and we will send you the link for that. But if you were in that group, did you notice how many people are looking for ideas and how many people answered, but you weren't answering necessarily each other? So if you're looking for something to get out of a food rut, please post in that group. I promise people will answer. If you have an answer, please post in that group, because I promise people are looking for that answer. So let's team you all up. People that are looking for, like, somebody needed some great breakfast ideas, somebody else needed some simple lunch ideas, and then we've got people with those ideas. So let's team you all up and get you all going. But I hope everybody had a great chat. I hope you have lots of great ideas. Let me know what they are. Please do your homework. Don't forget to tag me in your homework. And if you're watching this on, okay, and Cynthia needs to know what the group is. So Cynthia, if somebody posts it, please go there. If not, I will post it when I get home. I'll post a link to the group, and you can go over there and join. But if you all go to join, don't forget to answer the 3 questions. I cannot let you into the group unless you answer the 3 questions for me. You don't have to write a book. Just have to answer so I know that you're a real person before I let you in. But I hope you all have a great evening. I hope you will join us next week. If you were watching this later on YouTube, go ahead and let that next video roll over so that you can see what we've talked about in past chats. If you haven't subscribed yet on YouTube, it is right down here. Please go ahead and hit subscribe. I lost 13 subscribers on my birthday. What is up with that? But anyway, yeah, so subscribe right here, and go ahead and hit that little bell so you'll be notified when we have new videos post, and when the dog is crying about adobo chicken, or if you need something like our cool cool merch, that is right here in our Spreadshirt store. Y'all have a great week. I've enjoyed being here again. I'm gonna finish my beverage, and I will let you all know how it goes this week as far as keeping up with that. But y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Good night.